Hey, you guys, welcome back to Listen Bitch Presents Tell Me Why You're Special. This is where creators, writers, founders, and barely holding it together but still showing up kind of humans get the mic. Not the ones sitting on the sidelines talking about it, but the ones actually in the arena, bruised and bold and still standing. So come on here, pitch your book, your podcast, your product, tell us why you have one. We're not here for the highlight reels. We're talking about how your mess turns into your message and how you keep moving while getting your ass kicked in the arena. I really believe that Jesus loves us way too much to leave us playing small. God created us in his image to live in our highest potential and to remember who you are and to bring other people with you. So we're here to bring our light, be contagious, be courageous, be magnetic. Your mess, that's not your disqualification. That is your assignment. And I'm super excited in the hot seat today. Tonight's guest is Kevin Ford, and he's not coming in here with a polished story. He's coming in here with a real one. I don't want to go too far on the introduction. My first question in the hot seat for Kevin, first of all, welcome to the show. I'm super honored that you're doing this. And secondly, tell us who you are, what you do, and what you have to share with us tonight.
So I am obviously Kevin Ford. I came on here to share a story of living with Tourette syndrome. I have had Tourette's since I was 8, so 30 years now. And I started probably 2.5 years ago, I started a podcast. And because what happened was, a quick backtrack, my Tourette's had gotten to the point where I was almost disabled. I couldn't walk 10 feet without ticking. I couldn't drive. Phone calls, even conversations in person was almost obsolete. Couldn't do. And so, but as quick as that came on, it went away. And because of that, I was like, man, I need to do something for the Tourette community to bring more awareness.
Yeah.
Because I've heard read books, seen documentaries about it getting that bad, but to actually be in that spot brought a whole new eye opener meaning of life for me. So I started my podcast called My Life with Tourette's, which is on Spotify. I had it on YouTube, but I don't post no more. I would rather do the audio. It's a little easier for myself.
Yeah.
But My Life with Tourette's is on Spotify. And yeah, I've been telling my journey, my from the beginning to now, and all the chaotic crap in between. And even more exciting news, I now do public speeches about my life with Tourette's, and I'm in the process of writing a book about my life with Tourette's. So I have a lot going on right now. Plus I work, plus I got a family with kids and all, but I'm doing my best to live my life to the fullest of bringing awareness to the public, to the communities about Tourette syndrome, what it is, and what it's like to live with it. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, I lived with it for 30 years. So, like, to me, it's just normal life.
Bye.
But to a lot of people out there, they don't really understand or know. They might have heard it or seen it on a movie or whatever.
Yeah.
But as a whole, yeah. So that's me.
Awesome. Well, I have a question because that's the thing. I know nothing about Tourette's. So I need to be taught like square one because you said that physically it was even hard. And for me, and obviously I'm wondering if this is like the biggest misconception that people have. I thought it was just like speech, like you just speak out and now I want to be educated, sir, because what is it really like and how does it affect you physically?
So the biggest misconception with Tourette syndrome is you curse and swear and say racial slurs and all that fun stuff in between. But actually, through research, through talking to people, if I'm not mistaken, that's 10% of the population of people with Tourette's that actually do that. It
Okay.
is a like million time thing that it doesn't happen more than it happens. So with Tourette's, you got what's called tics. You have motor tics and vocal tics. So obviously, vocal tics is your verbal, but it's not just saying stuff. You can make sounds. Like I make clicking sounds right now. I make chirping sounds. I cough. I clear my throat. Stomping your feet, motor tic. So motor tics are more of body movements.
Yeah.
So you got the neck jerk, the head shakes, you know, and all that in between, arm jerks, excuse me, and just a vast, variety of things. Because, and I tell you, like, one thing that really irks me and a lot of people with Tourette's is that they want to publicize, oh, it's this. Really, it's so much more of a complex disorder
Yeah.
that you're really like, you're kind of killing it because what you're saying is not what it really is.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off, but at the same time, I live life and
Yeah.
live. But yeah, so for anybody that doesn't know, Tourette syndrome is involuntary movements and sounds. It's called tics, the involuntary movements and sounds. And the movements is motor, noises are vocal.
Yeah. Where does it come from? Like, how, I mean,
So, like, how do you get it?
yeah, like what activates it?
So, from what I've found through the TAA, which is Tourette Association of America, my doctor, many, 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 many hours of self research, it's genetics. So, somewhere within the family, somebody had it and passed it down. But here's the craziest thing, bringing that up. Nobody, we backtrack many, many years. Nobody in my family has Tourette syndrome or has ever had Tourette syndrome. So it's like, okay, where did I become the special breed that decided, hey, let's give it to him?
Start it. Let's
Yeah, like where was the mixed balance of stuff in my brain that caused me to have it? So 30 years later, we still don't know.
yeah.
And it's an unknown condition, disorder. They have no 100% proof and evidence of what causes it in your brain.
Yeah, that's what I'm so curious about now because I've
They
never looked
think,
into it.
yeah, they think it's from what they've gathered so far in the years,
Yeah.
is it's misfires of electricity within your brain.
Yeah.
There's like misfires, like connections that don't connect all the way that cause the tic.
And that would make sense. Like the neuroplasticity is not processing the same. That makes a lot of sense that the route
Yeah,
getting written.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a very complex, it's a very like deep thing. And that's why it ticks me off, is because like people promote it like it's just this. There's so much to this disorder.
Yeah, like the TikTok viral and the Hollywood stuff where they just like monetize on
Yeah,
shouting.
yeah. And don't get me wrong, like I get it. I totally
Yeah,
understand it.
right.
It's like, come on, let's be real here.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
Right.
But
What is
yeah, overall,
oh, I'm so
go
sorry.
ahead.
What's harder, like the physical experience or how people react to it? What has been your
For me, when I was like an early adult, it was more of like what people thought. Now I care less. It's more of the pain of, I say pain, it's more of the aggravation and the sometimes the ticks will cause pain, like my cough
yeah,
and clearing the throat will help me, will like make me lose my voice. That gets aggravating, and there's a lot of like when I was almost disabled, I broke ribs.
wow.
I cut up the scar tissue in my lungs because of how hard I was coughing. So there's a lot of pain, like self pain
Yeah.
for me with my tics and my Tourette's, more so than like worrying or having some kind of feel towards what people say.
Yeah.
38 years old, I've kind of slowly gave up on worrying about what you got to say.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, unless their opinions are paying bills, they're not really worth much. So it
That's what I'm saying.
it just doesn't matter. what is a moment in your experience? Because I mean, that's the thing. You've had this since you were a kid, so it's like a part of who you are. And
Yeah.
I do you even have memory of what it was like before? But like going through this process of it's just who you are, has this taken you to moments where you just felt completely defeated?
Yeah. That the main time was that disability moment.
Okay.
Like having it all my life, okay, up to then,
Yeah.
it was like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
This this is me. But I read, but real quick, I read a book about a guy named Jeffrey Madovic. He's the first patient that had Tourette's to ever have DBS, which is
Okay.
deep brain stimulation surgery for Tourette's. And it was like, this guy was like bad, like horrible. And then I got in his position and I was like, this really is a miserable thing. Like,
Yeah.
this is not as fun, or, and I don't mean fun like it is fun, but
Yeah. No, I
this
agree.
is not like at all what I want to be in life right now.
Yeah.
I had to leave myself from work for like 3 months, but it was that moment in particular will forever stick with me on how severe I could get. But because of that moment, I will forever know, as long as I keep striving forward and letting people know,
Yeah.
then everything will be all right.
Yeah. If you just keep talking about it. Is there something like, is it just absolutely random? Are there triggers? Is there moments?
There's triggers.
Is there? And you probably learned those the hard way.
Yeah, so I my triggers now, I mean, over the years I've kind of not forgotten, but not fully remembered everything.
Yeah.
But like my triggers now are, and this is gonna be some real weird ones, but I swear to you, it's a trigger.
Yeah.
When a fly or a bug flies in my face, it'll trigger me.
I feel
Um,
like we all have Tourette's at that point. I mean,
yeah,
that's
no, I'll start coughing, clearing my throat,
uh,
twitching,
yeah.
like for whatever reason, it full on effect.
Wow.
And then driving. Driving is my number one thing. And I've yet to figure out why. I asked my doctor, my neurologist,
Yeah.
and he said it's something subconsciously.
Wow.
Like it's something that you're not realizing. Like maybe you're afraid you're going to get in a crash, or something from the past that you forgot about,
Yeah.
that when you get in a car. I'm talking like there's times where I probably shouldn't be driving. It gets so bad.
That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. And the bad part with the cough and the clearing of the throat is I'll throw up.
Oh man.
And I've done that in the car, and I've done it. It's me in a car is the most aggravating thing for me when it comes to my Tourette's.
Yeah. That's
Constantly adjusting my seatbelt,
yeah.
constantly moving.
Yeah.
I'm sure when people drive by, they're probably like, "What is going on right
Yeah.
now?"
Right. That's
But yeah,
it.
that's my main triggers.
Like, can you ever talk yourself down from it? Like, is there a point where, you can kind of overpower that misfire and just like be grounded in that moment? Like, is that anything? Like, is that even a possibility to just be like, look, you're safe, you're in the car, let's breathe through it? Like, does that help at all?
This is going to sound extremely, people might not believe, music.
Okay. I mean,
Music.
music is therapy. It's healing on a lot of levels.
Now I've also learned like self control. Like I've learned if people are around, let them out very minor.
Yeah.
Control it to the point where, okay, there's people around, I'm going to do little coughs,
Yeah.
or I'm going to make a little movement.
Yeah.
I've learned to like not really tell myself, but like get in that mindset of when it's out in public, when it's people in the community
Yeah.
that I don't know, I've learned to tone them down.
Are you toning it down right now? Because I mean, I noticed nothing. That's amazing. I had no expectations, but
Well, yeah, that and my medication works amazing.
nice.
I have a more minor case compared to some, but get me off my medicine for about 3 weeks, and you would see a whole different side of me.
Okay. Well, I want to know what made you finally start talking about this publicly. What was the catalyst in that, your experience?
The fact that people are just so unaware of what this is about. Like I mean, yeah, like I said, the disability part, but like opening my eyes and realizing in this society we live in, it's so misunderstood. It's so misinterpreted,
Represent.
and so that was a huge thing, was just like not disgusted, but kind of disgusted with how we have taken this in society. That was a big one. That was a big one.
Yeah. I mean, I've got, clients that are scared to speak that don't struggle with a disorder like this. So, my question is, what kind of fear did you have to push through to start speaking?
I had to, my main fear was like, for instance, when I would do public speech,
Yeah.
is I don't tick as common as what you think when you think of Tourette's.
Yeah.
So it's like, are these people going to think I really have Tourette's? Because like I really do.
Right.
Like that was a fear, is like people are going to say I'm a fake or a phony, but
Yeah.
like I've learned to control them. The medicine helps great. So that was probably my biggest fear. Another fear was, how do I tell my story to where people are going to understand and people that have Tourette's are going to relate? Because my main thing was, I want to tell people, but if somebody's listening that has Tourette's, like that kid in the back of the class,
Yeah.
how can I resonate with you?
Yeah.
It was about the fear of people thinking I'm faking it, and the fear of me not being able to reach the people I want to reach.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I see that. Have you had those moments because you were kind of afraid of being misunderstood or misrepresented, or have you had those moments where people like judged you and misunderstood you, and how did you handle it?
I've actually had people, because of my cough, think I'm sick, think I got a bad cough.
Oh,
And
COVID
then,
fun for you, huh?
oh yeah,
All
life in general, when the
the
when the cold, yeah, when the cold season comes around, it's a wonderful thing.
yeah,
So, I mean, with my coughing on, people thinking it, and then me having to explain to them,
yeah,
like stuff like that, kind of. And a lot of the times when I explain it, it's, oh man, I thought Tourette's was just you curse. I'm
right.
like no, there's so much more to it,
Yeah,
so much more. But yeah, that's probably my main one.
yeah. What strength has Tourette's actually built in you that you don't think you would have otherwise had you not had this?
Oh, biggest thing, don't judge.
Yeah,
Don't ever, ever, ever judge somebody, no matter what their look is, no matter what kind of deformation whatever it may be.
yeah,
Don't ever judge. And don't get me wrong, I think everybody should live this, thought, but they don't. But my biggest thing is don't judge. If there's anything I've learned from having Tourette's for 30 years, don't ever judge. Ever. Be kind.
yeah. And you
Be
just never
kind.
know whether you can see something wrong in someone or not. Like you have no idea
Yeah.
going through. So I think that's some great advice.
Yeah. Because I mean, like me, someone with Tourette's, where am I right to make fun of you, say something, whatever, when I'm worried about someone doing that to myself?
Right.
Then I'm putting myself in your shoes and saying, oh, well,
Yeah.
who cares? But, you know, and like another thing is, not only don't judge, but I mean, would you really want to be judged?
Right.
Depending on what you have. That's the way I look at it.
Right.
And with this podcast, I've had people on my Spotify more than the YouTube I had. I've had so many people reach out to me that had Tourette's. And this one in particular, I'll never forget. They've always commented. They've kind of gotten quiet over the years now. Is and this like drove me even harder.
Yeah.
The this sentence right here. If it wasn't for you and your speeches, your podcasts, I don't know how I'd make it through the day with my Tourette's.
Wow.
Like that hit hard because I think the person's talking about there. I'm assuming it was a kid getting bullied in school, faking that they're sick so they don't have to go to school. And at the end of the whole comment was, "If it wasn't for your podcast, I don't like that." Made me like legit made me cry
Yeah.
because it's like goes back to be kind. Like, man, this really is like something that like just it's something you people go through hard times with.
Right.
And luckily for me, as a kid, teenager, I never got bullied. Never in my life have I ever been bullied for my Tourette's. I've had people make funny remarks or say stupid things, but I always just brush it off. But I know there's a lot of people out there that just can't. And it hurts me really bad that they can't. It really does affect me.
Yeah. If you could talk to your younger self right after your diagnosis, what would you say? After the years of experience of living with it, what would you have told yourself in that moment?
Your Tourette's is not always going to be easy. Your Tourette's will get difficult. But at the end of the day, as long as you can be a voice for the community of Tourette's, life will be okay.
Yeah.
Life will be good. Even when you think it's not going to be, it will be.
Yeah.
But, like, go back to that. So, I don't remember the first, like, maybe year of it. I've had to talk to my mom about it. But, like, I remember how bad it got back then, like now, but back then it was bad too, to the point where I was holding my head like this in class.
Wow.
Otherwise, my head would not stop moving. Like I vividly remember this to this day. I was literally grabbing my head with all my might to make sure it don't move,
Yeah.
just so I could focus. Like, like things like that people don't realize. I mean, life isn't easy with Tourette's, but I played soccer. I did a lot of things though.
Yeah.
That, there's still that struggle of dealing with this while doing this or while, being around this. So, having Tourette's hasn't been easy, but at times can be easy. And the people I've talked to because of my podcast, they give me even more insight. On my podcast, I was able to interview a girl that had Tourette's. And it was real nice because, like, everybody hears my story, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was nice to have that breath of fresh air. And even me having Tourette's, like, I felt the genuine concern and sympathy for this woman,
Yeah.
But Tourette's it's a very interesting thing. It's a very interesting thing to have. I'm not saying I'm thankful I have it, but
Right.
I have it.
And you're not sitting around feeling sorry for yourself. And I think that's an incredible move on what makes you special is that you're not a victim of this. You're like, what can I do? I can help other people. And I think that's what we're wildly called to do. What internal battle has been the hardest outside of like the physical symptoms for you? And like, where are you still growing in this moment?
Well, as far as still growing with the Tourette's, you mean? Like the battles I've had dealing with the Tourette's?
Mm-hmm.
Mainly just trying to get them when I'm out the public eye and I'm around family, trying to still keep them calm,
Yeah.
because when they flare up, as I say, when the ticks really amp up,
Yeah.
it's aggravating, it's painful, losing my voice,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then learning, I mean, as far as the learning thing, kind of anything and everything I can grab and bring in to help myself, I latch onto it, you know. And I do a lot of self research till this day. Till this day, you know, because yeah, I have it, but I want to educate myself
Right.
on it. Just having it, yeah, it's one thing.
Yeah.
But I want to know, and I've asked my neurologist 50 million questions, and he's always very good at letting me know. And I remember when it got bad, you know, I was like, what causes this, and how can we
Yeah.
stop this?
Of course.
And you know, he told me, he was like, unfortunately, we medicine. That's all we can do.
Yeah. That's what they know. Yeah. But I think,
Yeah,
asking questions, doing the research. I mean, our brains are fucking incredible. Like incredible. And they can do amazing things. And I think they don't even know the half of what our brain could do. So I think it's a matter of like continuing to build up your community and have that voice and keep asking people to look into it because
yeah,
brains aren't just stuck, like the proof has been there.
yeah.
You can rewire it. Neuroplasticity is amazing. You could do different things. So I think it's absolutely I love that you still educate yourself and that you ask the questions because the minute you don't, you're just kind of like, meh, well,
Is what it is.
it is what it is. You know?
Well, and what's crazy, so don't quote me on the exact year, but
Yeah.
the disorder got named after a neurologist in the late 1800s.
Okay.
It was the first time Tourette was actually given a name and like studied.
Yeah.
And here we are. I want to say 1886 was the first time. I want to say it was 1886. Here we are in 2026. Our minds are so complex.
Yeah.
We still have no idea, except for the fact that there's some misfiring.
Yeah.
Like that blows my mind because it's like, dude, we found all this research on all these things.
Yeah.
It can't be some kind of this is what it is, and we found a cure.
Yeah.
You know, that'd bring me utter joy.
Yeah. Right.
But I mean, because at the end of the day, losing my voice sucks. Breaking ribs is not fun.
I wouldn't think that would be fun at all.
You know, coughing up blood from the scar tissue. I even in my eye broke blood vessels. Like it's painful. And there's people that have that even worse than what I had. I mean, I talked to one that broke their foot,
Ugh.
another one broke their hand. Like it's more severe than what people want to make it out to be, and it brings a lot of sadness to me.
Yeah.
Especially when I talk to other people
Yeah.
and the struggles they've gone through or are going through. It like re-amplifies the sympathy, the sadness, and the motivation I need
To
to
connect.
keep doing this for those people that don't that not don't, but those people that can't have a voice or are afraid to have a voice.
For sure.
You know, I want to be their voice. I want to be their comfort.
Yeah. No,
And so I do everything in my power too.
I think that's incredible.
Yeah. And I mean, 30 years, I've learned a lot
Yeah.
from my own self experiences. So the younger, you know, generations coming up with it, it's real nice to educate them and give them life advice and give them, you know, like when I did the public speech, everybody was like in awe of the speech.
Yeah.
And afterwards, you know, a bunch of different questions. But it's it's been a life.
Yeah.
It's not always been fun. And then real quick, another thing with Tourette's, you don't always have the same ticks. Ticks will come and go. Ticks will get worse. Ticks will get better. And some people even grow out of it out like towards their late teen years.
Yeah.
A lot of people will pretty much grow out of it to where it's extremely minor.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm one of the lucky ones that didn't happen.
Yeah.
I have it till this day.
Yeah.
At around like the age of 17, they got minor. But man, a couple years later, they're back, and I was like, this is not what I want.
Yeah.
But with the hand I was dealt, I'm thankful to be alive. I'm thankful for everything I have, and I'm thankful that I'm able to tell my life
Yeah. What do
and
you
help.
want? What's the biggest takeaway that you want people to walk away understanding after hearing you today?
That Tourette's is a very complex thing. Tourette's is not, oh, you say, I don't mean to curse, fuck, shit, this, that, and to understand that knowledge on it is better than misunderstanding of it.
Yeah.
If you curious or you don't know, research it, knowledge yourself.
Mhm.
Knowledge is key in my eyes
Yeah.
because I feel the more people can know, the more people that can educate themselves, the better the Tourette community gets.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. My final question for you tonight, and then after you answer this, I want to make sure that you tell people where to find your podcast, um, and everything that you have sent me, I'll have in the show notes. So you guys just check the show notes for Kevin's info. But if Tourette's wasn't a part of your story, what would still make you you?
Oof. If I didn't have Tourette's, what would
Yep.
make me me?
Yep. What do you have still that would make you the most you?
I would say the love and caring kindness that I have within me.
Yeah.
I mean, if I didn't have Tourette's, I would still be, passion, compassion, I would still sympathy.
Yep.
I would still want to be a helpful, loving, and caring human being
Yeah.
for sure.
No, I can definitely see that. And I think the Tourette's community is blessed that they have an advocate like you. I know that I am honored that you shared the story because, again, I was one of the ignorant many who thought the same. It's just the cussing, and you never think outside of that, right? It's fun.
Yeah.
Someone's just yelling profanities, and you don't really think twice about it. So I definitely have a new respect for what you have taken on. And Kevin, I'm just going to tell you what makes you special because it isn't the Tourette's. It's the fact that you lived with something for 30 years that most people wouldn't and even don't still understand. And you didn't let it take you out. You didn't let it define you in silence. You got back up, and now you're using your voice to help people understand something that they've been blind to. And I think that's incredibly rare. A lot of people go through hard shit, but most of them stay quiet about it. You didn't. You are turning your experience into impact. And that's exactly what the show is about. So I'm super honored that you came on here to educate us and share your story. And to everyone listening, tell us where to find your podcast.
So you can find My Life with Tourette's on Spotify, and it should be, well, I know for a fact it is, the only podcast with that name on Spotify.
Perfect.
So all you got to do is type in My Life with Tourette's, and it's popping up.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well,
Definitely go give it a listen.
yeah,
It's well worth it.
for sure. Listen, support his show, support his movement. If you know someone that's struggling with us, please get them resourced with him. Okay. And you guys, this is why the show exists because there are people out there right now sitting on stories like this, thinking that they're not ready or that nobody cares or that they need to fix everything first. You don't. Like Jesus didn't call you to be perfect. He called you to be obedient, to show up, to speak, to step into who you're actually meant to be. And your story has power. Your mess is your message. So if you've been feeling that pull, that little voice saying, I've got something to say, this is your invitation. Step into the arena. If this episode hit you, please subscribe it, share it, send it to someone who needs it, and leave a review. It takes less than 2 minutes and it helps people find the show who needs it. And if you're ready for the hot seat, please come tell me why you're special. I will see you in the arena. Kevin Ford, thank you so much for your time. This was awesome. And I appreciate you being here today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.